reason, human reason. It's not reasonable. God's telling you to double your tithe this week. That's not reasonable. Well, God said to do it. Hello. Give an offering. Remember that offering mime we used to do? Somebody would throw $1 in. They walk away. They get convicted, come back and throw 10 in. They walk away, get convicted, come back and throw 50 in. Walk away, get convicted, come back and take their shirt off and their pants off and put their clothes in, except for their underwear. We let them keep their underwear on, thank God. Then they would walk away and get convicted and come back and they would get in the basket. God was saying, I want you, not your money. If God's got you, He's got everything, right? Then He can direct how to spend your money. Some woman came to me and said, God told me to give you $30,000 for missions. I said, by the way, I've heard, I know that you don't have a very good relationship with Pastor Schaller, do you? She said, well, it's not what we're talking about here. I said, wait a minute, you don't really like him. So you can take your $30,000 and give it to somebody else. Because I ain't taking it. She was so offended, never talked to me again. I said, you got a problem with him, you got a problem with me. And I ain't taking your money because you're not going to buy my influence and get me on your side by telling people I gave Pastor Scibelli money for Africa, but this is what I think about the other person. No. That's good. I like that. That was good. That happened to me twice. One time, some American pastors wanted to give me a big gift for Africa, and I knew what that was about. Just slide our way, will you? I ain't sliding your way. You go grease yourself. I ain't sliding your way. Okay, that's another subject. So, number 5, Saul was a doer, the works of the flesh. David was a grace man. Psalm 12, he says, help, Lord, the godly man ceases, and the faithful vanish and fail from the sons of men. And it's actually not godly, it's the Hesed man. The grace man ceases. Psalm 12, verses 1 and 2. So David was a grace man. Saul was a doer. Works, do, works, flesh, do. Ministry, hey, gotta do this, we gotta do that, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. Really? Driving me nuts with all that you have to do. And by the way, grace labors. Don't use it as an excuse to be passive. But grace labors. Next. Wow. I got 5 minutes maybe. Next, number 6. Saul was unfaithful and disloyal. That's the natural man. He's only faithful when it benefits him or her. David was faithful and loyal to the end. He never served the false god. That's the difference between the spiritual man and the natural man. Disloyal. He'll go to a witch at Endor and try to get some answers. He's so disloyal to God, so unfaithful to God. David failed, but David always rebounded, had a relationship with God. Even when he failed, he got mercy from God. Are you still with me? Yes. Number 7. Saul was a taker. We already talked about this. David was a giver. Saul was selfish. David was sacrificial. The natural man is a taker. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? What do I get out of this? How about a cross? People used to ask us that in Africa all the time. So when I graduate from Bible school, what do I get? A crucifixion, I said. You're going to be crucified. You get nothing. Do I get, will I be a pastor? Will I get support? I'll tell you what you're going to get. You want to know what you're going to get? Zero. You're going to get zero, but you're going to get all God. What do you mean, what do I get? Then I don't like this kind of, this paper that you gave me. It wasn't good material. La-di-da, whatever, I don't even know where my degrees are. No idea where anything is. The ordinations of degrees, there's someplace. Could be in the last house I lived in. No idea. Not against hanging things on the wall, unless the wall falls down. Okay, number 8. Saul and the natural man is proud and rebellious. David is humble and obeys. David was a humble man, humble king. Who am I? Who am I that I should be used to build your house? or to sit on the throne. So the natural man is proud and rebellious. Number 9, Saul is hard, David is broken. Saul is hard, David is broken. He's gentle and he's broken. Number 10, Saul is dissatisfied always. David is content. You know, some people you can never satisfy. Could we have more of that kind of music? You give them that and they want something else. Can we do this? Can we do that? Can we do this? You know what? They're never satisfied. Never satisfied. I am content in whatsoever state I'm in. How's that one? Dissatisfied. Well, I think the ministry ought to be doing more for us in this place. Oh, really? Well, here's what I think about what you think. Nothing. Nothing. If you're a pastor, plant the church, and the tithe will support you. You know, I realize one thing, that you know that when we give, we get the blessing. The people that get it do not. If we are to give all the time to mission, we give to missions too. But I'm saying that if you are just a taker and you don't give and you don't support your own pastor in a certain location, you miss the blessing that God, we get the blessing.